Given Dragon Ball's popularity, I'm surprised there aren't any official VR games, aside from this random tech demo that I can't buy or download anywhere. After binging the series, I felt inspired to find a game that scratched the newfound itch. Subscribe to get us to 1K. Onto the video. Let's lay out the main criteria for my perfect Dragon Ball game. I want to be able to fly, I want the enemies also to be able to fly, I want to be able to shoot off energy attacks, I want the enemies to also shoot. There should be a Goku skin, and some type of established enemy or character to fight, like Vegeta or Cell. I don't know how this would work, but I also want that cool disappear and reappear fighting. I'll be judging each of these games up to 5 stars based on the established conditions. Game 1 is probably going to be the most well known on the list, being Blade and Sorcery. The main Dragon Ball mod for this game is only on update version 11, so I had to downgrade a version. It's worth noting that this mod is exclusive to PC. There would have to be some Dragon Ball mods on Nomad. Obviously, Blade and Sorcery has a great and polished combat system, so no matter what, it'll be fun. In terms of Dragon Ball, the Saiyan from Earth mod adds a ton for just one mod. You pick Goku in the menu and get access to a bunch of transformations and moves. You can charge up Ki and transform into each version of Super Saiyan from 1 all the way up to Blue. They are purely cosmetic as far as I can tell. Some moves have to be done in base, however. My favorite form to play as is Super Saiyan God. It just looks so clean. 3 also looks amazing with the long hair and the electricity. Besides the traditional transformations, there's also Kaioken, which can only be used in base. There was a cool opportunity to let you use it with Blue, but there's already tons of forms here to mess around with. You can do these janky Ki blasts. They don't feel good to use, and I wish they just used fireball physics on a yellow ball of electricity. The Spirit Bomb is also here. In your base form, you have to hold your hands up to charge it. To fire, you have to throw your hands towards the target. It feels amazing to use, although when it connects, it isn't satisfying at all. There aren't any explosions, they just kinda drop dead. Instant transmission is here too. It just teleports you to the nearest enemy. It's useful if you fall off the map or something. The game here is a ton of fun, but it isn't really a Dragon Ball game. It's missing flying and flying enemies. There is kind of a Goku skin, so it gets a 3 out of 5. Not bad. But if we're talking about the current version of Blade of Sorcery, there are a few different mods, but as a whole it's very disjointed. That's why I decided to downgrade, in order to have a more connected mod that has multiple features that all felt connected. Next up is a game that is a little more obscure, Project Demigod. It's a superhero simulator. You can pick all sorts of superpowers and fight enemies, or just mess around in the large maps. There is built-in mod support, which makes it so much easier to install them. What makes this one cool is that I'm pretty sure all the mods I use are available on Quest. I downloaded the Goku Vegeta skins, Goku Vegeta and Broly enemies, the Planet Namek, and the World Martial Arts Tournament stage maps. Namek is cool with the destructible mountains and Frieza's ship, but it has like 6 islands. The martial arts tournament arena is so boring and janky that I didn't even bother getting gameplay here. It would be so cool to see West City, Beerus' planet, or the Tournament of Power, but there are plenty of unrelated maps in the base game. In terms of Dragon Ball gameplay, you can equip the energy blaster power on both hands, you can fire a Ki blast, charge a 2-hand beam, and fire homing rockets. When you fly with the Goku or Vegeta skin, you get the golden aura and a power-up sound effect. It's a good touch. The enemies can also fly and shoot their own blasts. It feels amazing to fly around and fight these characters. You can grab them and throw them through walls. The combat here isn't as polished as Blade and Sorcery. Punching doesn't have the same way and feels a bit unsatisfying. The one thing missing here is that cool disappearing and reappearing combat. You can kind of do it in the form of combos. You can punch someone, they go flying, and you fly ahead of them and hit them again. It's fun to pull off and takes a bit of skill and practice. Another flaw of the game is that flying enemies can't use melee attacks. It's a bit of a letdown, as it would make it more fun if they changed it up a bit, but it isn't quite what I'm looking for as a Dragon Ball game. I'll give it 4.5 out of 5, but there is a bunch of cool other stuff here like web slinging. It's overall a really fun game, so if this is something that looks cool to you, I recommend checking it out. Next we got Dragonverse in Rec Room. It takes place in the Tournament of Power Arena. It's got cool visuals, but it's a multiplayer only game, and the only lobby I joined was filled with like 4 losers who just sit there and spawn kill people. There's a bunch of transformations and moves, but you unlock them by killing players. And with the weightless combat, it made it hard for me to try. It can be fun, but when you get juggled by some dude in the middle of one of their conversations, it definitely is not. 2 out of 5. Sorry for not giving you a shot, but it looks so tedious and boring. To sum up, if you want polished ground-based combat and cool transformations, play Blade and Sorcery. If you want a game where you can do aerial combat with key blasts and super strength, play Project Demigod. And if Dragonverse looked alright to you, check that one out. It's free anyway, so why not? I know there are more mods, let me know if you want me to check some of those out, or suggest a completely different game for me to review. Join my Discord in the description, and I'll see you on the next exciting episode of Wax to Baxter.